thank my colleague for sharing this particular slot, and I want first of all to acknowledge and congratulate the Minister and Minister for State for the tremendous work they are doing and are in the course of doing to bring an awareness of the need for more apprentices, the need for highly qualified apprentices, and the need for more of them in a way that we haven't known before. And I think today's news that we have achieved 2.5 million of people at work is a major achievement that shouldn't go astray on this country and the people of this country now. And I remember I was a member of this House when we fought hard to bring the number of people employed up to 1 million. 1 million. We are now at the stage where we're heading for 3 million, and that's a great achievement. It's a great economic achievement, and I think credit should be given and credit should be taken for achieving that particular landmark at this particular time. I agree with my colleague in relation to more apprenticeships for women. There are lots and lots of young women nowadays anxious to go into areas previously not the particular area for women, and they want to succeed there, they want to excel there, and they're willing to make their contribution to the economy through that area. I think we need to recognise also, and we are recognising it, I know, that the area is becoming competitive on the international market. And it's good that it is competitive, and it is good that our apprentices here in this country might be in a position to compete with all others from wherever they come. And knowing that the polytechnics in Eastern Europe in the past were highly competitive and highly competent as well when they went into the workplace. And many of them are working in this country at the present time and are welcome. I think that I just briefly I want to say, you know, there are times when we tend to drop the shoulder, drop the head, and feel defeated. I'm thinking of the criticism that came from the other side of the House not so long ago, in relation and where several entities outside the House were identified and named, which is in serious breach. And I'm just bringing to the attention of the Chair once again. It is not in order, simple as that, but it has become customary in this House, and I think that's a sad way to go. However, for all the things, and incidentally, I never blamed, for instance, Fianna Fáil for the economic crash. It came about for a variety of reasons, and it was sudden, it was swift, it was colossal. It was a huge hit on the country. And I think that to blame Fine Gael and Labour and Fianna Fáil and the government and everybody else for everything that happened thereafter, I think it is outrageous. It simply isn't addressing the issues as they were at all. It is simply selecting somebody to blame. I remember quite well when all the experts were called upon, they all had their say. Some of them left this country and went to Greece to advise the Greeks. Fortunately, the Greeks didn't take up the offer and they survived. But there was a plethora of people coming to offer advice, economic advice, as to what should be done to recover, to help the country to recover. Fortunately, it was never followed by anybody, because there's a simple thing, and we need to recognise that as well. Life, a competitive life, economic life, was never easy. It was always competitive. And if a mistake was made for any one reason, then everybody paid for it. So whether people on the other side who would like to level their sights on the present government and blame them for everything that happened before, I would remind them that it took a huge effort on behalf of the government and successive governments and the people of this country to recover from what happened to the country those short few years ago. And the last point I want to make on that is simply this. Fine Gael are accused nowadays of being in government for 10 years. That's a recipe for presuming that you shouldn't be there any longer. The first 5 years we were accompanied by the IMF. The IMF were in government along with the government of the day, Fine Gael and Labour, during that period. And they could do nothing without the approval of the IMF. And that's not fun, that's a fact. That happened, and we went through that. So all of that has happened. I think it's a great achievement that we're in the position that we are at the present time. The government and all opposition as well. Incidentally, some of the opposition have been to the fore in dealing with those issues as well. So they should take credit also. And at the end of the day, we are where we are now, where we haven't been since 1845. with the biggest number of people ever employed in the country. It's a major achievement, and we can do a lot more, and we will do a lot more. But we need to recognise that we have to be competitive. We learned during the Celtic Tiger two things. We learned to become greedy. That was an unfortunate thing. But we also learned to be able to do the things that we thought we weren't able to do before. Self-belief, confidence in our own ability. Where previously we'd exported our population outside of this country to help other countries prosper, we suddenly were in a situation where we now are, where we are encouraging people to come and join us and help us to make it better for them and for everybody else. I think we should rightly and correctly take our place and take a bow and be proud of the achievements on behalf of the Irish people, on behalf of government. We're not as bad as we are made out to be.
Thank you.